Okay, things never time up like that, ever. Happy Friday morning, everyone. Welcome to Final Fantasy Friday. A bit of a departure from the Pixel remasters because I am taking a wonderful trip to see the Final Fantasy VII Remake Orchestra, and that'll be next week, really just a week and a day from now. So I am so excited. Good noon over in Belgium there, Vithika. Hopefully your Friday's off to a wonderful start. Hopefully your interview went well today after staying up late watching Mr. Mattis Dog take on ye old Mother Miranda. Man, it went perfectly. That is good news. That is good news. Man, I was pulling for him. He had that determination in his eye. He was so ready for it. And I was just, oh man. Yeah, I was there for it. I was hoping that he would have got it last night, but approaching it with some fresh eyes, I bet he'll do it like first try next time. He's that kind of guy. So, welcome in. Good to see you. And we're going to do some Final Fantasy VII Remake today and possibly a stream this weekend and definitely finishing it out on Monday. We're going to do any percent. Kind of a fast run, but still going to do it for the story, right? Still going to do all the cutscenes, all that. So if you've never seen the game before, buckle up. And we'll raise a big old mug of coffee to everyone joining this morning. So whatever you got in your glass, whether it be coffee or juice, tea, whatever you like to drink, welcome in, welcome in. So I've already beat this game before. So I will be basically doing a normal run just for story. Just to enjoy the game with you guys before I go off on my trip to see the orchestra that's after the game. So I'm really, really excited for this. One of my favorite games of all time was the original. This one holds up so very well in light of the original, and man, the music just touches me a spot inside that just, I'm so excited for this. I am just pumped. So we're gonna do chapter select. We're gonna start on normal. Oh, I didn't mean classic. Shoot. Let's do this over here. Let's just close game. See, this is what happens when I stream at 5 a.m. in the morning. Oh, we didn't get that prelude music. There we go. Oh, it's so good. If they can just pipe in the prelude throughout the until the show starts, oh, I will be a happy man. So let's load. And we'll do this one here. Chapter select, and we're going to do normal. Not a challenge run. As always, let me know if gameplay, audio, or anything like that needs rebalanced. Hey, thanks for the host, Irish Dave. I love this new intro, by the way, as well. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, they did a really good job. I mean, it's been a while since I played this one too, and I'd still get goosebumps. Danger May, thank you so much for the resub. 8 months? No way. We almost have a Twitch baby. Good morning. Oh, this game, guys. This game hits me big time. So, Danger May, I've been doing Final Fantasy Fridays for a bit. And so I do a couple hours before work on Fridays. So 5 to 7 a.m. Oh, when they finally had the teaser trailer that had this part with the train coming in and Cloud jumping off the train, man, I lost it. And I rewatched this tons of times. Yeah, Jesse's such a BA.
Get down here, Merc.
So I'll catch up on chat now. I just wanted to get through that intro. Irish Dave, completely agree with you. 1-for-1 version of the OG would not have made any sense. Danger Mate, seriously, I don't know how it's been 8 months, but seriously, thank you so much for that resub. Yep, here I am at the rear crack of dawn. Yep, you're working 1 to 3 now on weekdays, working every day until further notice. Well, I mean, it's good that you're working. Hopefully you're okay with the hours, but man, that's not a fun shift. That's for sure. V, welcome back. What kind of tea are you drinking, V? Oh, I know that dude knows nothing about Final Fantasy. Cloud is very, very well known. Yeah. Very, very well known.
Halt!
Ooh, Earl Grey sounds good. I haven't had a cup of that in quite a while.
You're coming with us. Don't think so.
So I'm going to be a bit overpowered here, and that's fine. Kind of going more for the story. So a little history with me in this game. I've platinumed the game. This is my first time playing it on the PS5 upgraded version. But as you can see by my stats, I may have gone a little overboard when this first came out. It's not fun, but it will be extra money for Florida in April. Hey, one way to look at it.
Hands where I can see them.
Have fun.
Drop the weapon!
Lower the high.
Yeah, what'd he say?
You're coming with us!
Can't get surrounded.
All right, let's limit break these guys already.
Nothing personal.
Oh, I left. Okay, I'm sorry I left you alone.
Calling ice. Not bad.
First time at the ocean, going with two of my best friends I've known for 30 years. Oh man, your momcation's gonna be a blast. I suppose it's kind of a fast run. I was labeling this, so I probably shouldn't just stop for all the chests.
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now? He's got balls, this, what was his name again?
Cloud Strife.
Right.
And he isn't a soldier anymore. Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us. I'm glad to have him.
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done.
Real joy to work.
V is getting Amsterdammed.
Real joy to look at, too.
Here we go.
Looks are what people notice first.
Guess I'm not on the same page as people.
I'd say you're not even reading the same book.
Enough. We're done here.
Or even the same...
Come on, nobody do something this crazy just for money. They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
Cloud is such a jerk.
Wedge. You better be worth the money, Merc. Every last gill.
The voice actress for Aerith did a playthrough of this game. And if you kind of want to watch a very emotional playthrough, that would be the one to watch.
Get him, boy!
Now you're in for it.
To see the way she broke down when she first saw her character was pretty cool.
Looks like you're next. That it?
I mean, understandably so. I would do the very exact same if I were a voice actor. Especially somebody that voiced such a very iconic character from the series. Oh man, Amsterdam would be a lot of fun. But I've never been overseas at all, so getting to travel anywhere overseas would be amazing.
This way. Huh, not so fast. We've got company.
Try to keep up. Going in. It's over. Not bad.
So for you, V, is Amsterdam close enough that you're able to take kind of like train or similar transit, or is it a flight for you?
Chill.
Yeah, that's the other mode of transportation I've never used either, is train. So that all sounds like a lot of fun. I could even drive. It's only 6 hours. Whoa, that's not bad. Oh, thanks for linking that, Dave. That is a good clip if you want to see something that's just amazing. I love watching voice actors play the games they're in.
Come on, Cloud.
Pick up the pace. Soldiers may attack on command, but I hear they make good guard dogs too. Bet you've seen a few reactors. So how do we get to the bridge above Mako storage? Ain't holding out on me, are you? Stamp scared to bite the hand that fed him? Or is he a loyal little doggy? Have it your way, Mutt. We can do this with you, or we can do this without you.
Different reactor, different layout. Depends when it was built. Never seen one like this, but I'll manage.
Yeah, Barrett is such a hothead. While I'm off to sleep, gotta try to catch a few Z's before Miss Navi May wakes up. Just want to stop by and show some much-deserved love and support. Seriously. Danger May, thank you so much for the love and support. My gosh, 8 months. Unbelievable. And I know your hobo sister, and that's how we all kind of met. But man, I'm so happy to have you here and happy you found the channel. And always wonderful people that hang about. So definitely thank you for the support. Big cheers. Get a good rest. Hopefully you get a few winks in before Navi May wakes you up. So take care. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Happy weekend.
3, 2. Damn, I'm good.
Who's there? Door! Oh, wait! It's over!
That's my line.
Fresh. Maddest Dog, welcome in.
Hello? We can take it! Make it rain!
Gotta give it my all.
So I'm a little overpowered for this run, Maddest Dog, but I'm doing it purely for the story. And hey, thanks. It feels a little weird. It felt really weird when I trimmed up, that's for sure. How are you doing, man? I was pulling for you. Your determination against Mother Miranda. I was pulling for you, man. You were so close on the one run. But you'll get it. Approaching it with some fresh eyes, you'll be right as rain, man.
And we're good.
Careful in there. I got this place covered.
And if we're going with Aquavit being the water of life, you just had a little too much vitality, as Mother Miranda would say.
So, you know Tifa, right? It's not really my business, but are you guys close?
So just a quick aside, Maddest Dog, I'm going to the Final Fantasy VII Remake Orchestra a little over a week away. And as such, I'm getting really pumped and hyped for it by playing the game that the orchestra is from. So that's kind of the idea, is I wanted to play it along with my stream and get hyped for it and kind of bring you guys as much on the journey as I can. So that was kind of the idea behind it. So it'll be a slight break from Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster, but then once I'm back from the trip, we'll be back to that because I'm almost finished with that game. Thank you. Who knew that alcohol would affect one's reaction times? I mean, not me.
Cloud! Are you ignoring me?
Tifa and I...
So the one thing I really love about this game is your weapons swap out in the cutscenes, and the materia in the weapons also switch out in cutscenes. So whatever you have equipped is what you have in the cutscene, which is really cool.
Appear to call themselves Avalanche, sir. We are currently investigating whether they belong to the same group that made the attempt on your life. Rest assured, our inquiries will not take much longer.
This pump's sole purpose is to drain the planet dry. While you sleep, while you eat, while you shit, it's here sucking up Mako. It doesn't rest, and it doesn't care. You do realize what Mako is, don't you? Mako is the lifeblood of our world. The planet bleeds green like you and me bleed red. The hell you think's gonna happen when it's all gone, huh? Answer me! You gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can!
You really hear that?
Damn straight I do!
Get help.
Say that again!
And the
Less about the planet and more about the next 5 seconds. Save the screaming for later.
voice acting in this game, so good. Yeah, Cloud is very matter of fact.
You listening, Merc? One false move, and that happens.
Well, so much for having Cloud do all the fighting. There are some places a sword just can't reach. Just bear with him for me, would you?
Yeah.
Should have asked for more money.
Gonna throw your sword at him? Let the man with the gun go to work. Come on, hit.
Oh,
These tin cans ain't got nothing on me.
I forgot how to play.
How'd you like that?
Let's see, what else do we got? We'll do focus shot.
Ooh, gotta love it. Get your ass out of here.
All done.
Cocky little bastard, ain't you?
Yeah, not your average environmentalist for sure.
A laser security system. Great.
Those things will hurt more than your pride if you're careless. They'll cut you down to size and then some. But I'm guessing you've done this kind of thing before.
Yeah. Figure out the timing of the lasers. Then, make a move when they cycle off.
Exactly. I'll go first. Nothing like a little danger to get the blood pumping.
Hey!
Just keep those baby blues of yours on me.
I like Jessie in this one, but man, she is
Okay, let's see what's up next.
a little too thirsty for Cloud.
Come on then. Pretty easy, right? You
Oh.
okay?
Jeez,
Nice job.
you're better than that, Wooly.
Phew. Well, I'm glad that's over with. And we're
This one's for Jessie.
Look. They don't call those things sweepers for nothing. They can wipe out a whole squad in seconds.
Not if you wipe the floor with them first.
Ha! We can take this hunk of junk.
That hunk of junk is a heavy weapons platform. If we rush in, we die.
Is that right?
Need to hit it with magic.
What, like 20-something?
Hit it with magic, you say?
Soldier first class. Doesn't go into the 20s.
The hell you talking about? I mean your age, not your goddamn rank. Though for all I know, a soldier's rank could be the same as his age. Mm-hmm. Guess that make you a 1-year-old, huh? Live and learn.
Then get loves? Oh, Barrett.
That's our target, the reactor core. Gotta set the bomb at the bottom. Let's get down there.
God damn. I can practically taste the bottom of here. Hurry it up. My heart's pounding like a jackhammer.
Scared, huh?
More like excited. I've been dreaming about this for years.
Here we go.
You think if we fell in, we sink right down to the bottom? To the planet's core?
No. The pump would suck us back up.
How comforting.
Yeah,
I'll end this. It's on you.
very comforting.
Ain't no good.
So the whole relationship between these two dudes is I'm tough, no I'm tough, and I'm more tough. Yeah, it's a measuring contest. Until later in the game. I mean, this is... And even kind of more so after... Like, if you played the original at all, later in that game, it kind of gets different. But pretty much for the entirety of this remake, first game, just a measuring contest.
All
Yep.
right. Let's see if little Stamp really can bite the hand that feeds. Go on. Do the honors. Prove to me you're the man Tifa says you are. That you're one of us.
Never said I was.
Their
I'm just here for
mega
a paycheck.
weapons.
Then do the damn job. What's wrong?
I'm fine.
Well,
What about the timer?
Your call, Merc.
not that we know this right now,
Pretty cocky, ain't you?
but Cloud is suffering from some serious PTSD. And that's why he's so strange.
You double-crossing!
Heads up.
What in the hell? Hey, how the hell do we fight this thing?
It's got reinforced armor plating, but the internals can be overloaded. Lightning magic.
No other option, huh?
Barrett needs to unequip some things. If he were a Souls character, he'd be rolling too slow.
The hell is that?
A barrier? Never seen this defense system before.
Thought you were the expert.
So what's your brilliant plan, genius?
It's my time to shine.
Or go down in flames.
Enough with all the berries. Damn it! This thing is tough.
It wouldn't be much of a weapon if it went down easy.
Don't compliment the giant scorpion. Asshole. Stay down.
There we go. Yeah, I know.
Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser.
Huh? So, what do we do?
Don't get hit. Take cover behind that debris.
There was kind of a translation error in the original that kind of basically said hit while the tail is up. And yeah, you don't want to do that. You do not want to hit while the tail is up.
Oh, hell! What's it doing now?
An auto repair kit. Damn it. We gotta take it out quickly.
I'm pretty sure our bomb doesn't matter at this point.
The ball!
20 minutes until detonation.
Another thing from the original is that when you set the timer for the bomb, you have to fight the boss
You
after the timer's already
Showed
started.
you how it's done.
Come on, we've gotta move.
And then you also have to get out of there.
On our way out. Go, go, go!
So that's why many people in this, they chose 30 minutes instead of 20. But I believe anybody, even if you're not seasoned, could do this in the 20. And you get a trophy for it too, I believe. So if you play this in the future, just pick 20. I got faith in you. You can do it.
Going all out. Enough. Nothing to it.
Square Enix recently launched a site celebrating the 35th anniversary of Final Fantasy series. December 18th, 1987 in Japan on Famicom. Nice. Yeah, isn't it the 25th anniversary for... I think it's the 25th anniversary for Final Fantasy VII this year. And 23rd for the Final Fantasy VIII. So some big milestones for Square.
Do I look okay? Help a girl out, would you? My hero.
Hey! We'll link up over there! Look after Jesse!
Come this way. This route should lead us straight to Barrett. Probably.
Probably.
I think I see an exit. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't look back. Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Yeah, Jesse, the whole way deserves a few of these.
We're running out of time.
Just too thirsty.
Sorry, it keeps me focused. I'll freak out if I don't talk.
Have it your way.
Barrett!
I've got you covered! Find us the way out of here!
But then...
Don't worry, I'll be fine. I've got Soldier Boy with me.
Soldier Boy, tell him.
X, Soldier Boy.
They're here! Take them down!
We don't have time for this shit! The clock's ticking!
Cool. 5 seconds is all we need.
The others are waiting.
I agree, Barrett. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Must have missed it.
You know, with how over leveled I am, I probably could have done this on hard. But I think it's For me, it was more about story and less about the difficulty of a challenge. Although that could be fun to do in the future.
All done. Don't get in my way. Don't overdo it. Nothing personal.
There we go.
All done.
Cocky little bastard, ain't you?
Sir.
Yeah, this part was a cool twist on the original. Because you expect that the bomb actually worked and things exploded from the bomb. But it's actually Shinra. Because the bomb didn't work.
Doors open. Pick up the pace, people.
Can you walk?
If I couldn't, believe me, you'd be the first to know.
I'll take that as a yes.
Okay, that was pretty cool. All right, come on.
Yeah, Cloud definitely has the look. That's for sure.
Looks like we made it. And with nothing but a few scratches to show. Think you might have overdone it?
I followed the instructions to the letter. Maybe it triggered a reaction with the Mako?
Well, let's hope the city's still in one piece.
But the planet's what matters, right? I mean, this must have helped some.
After all that, it had better have. Anyway, let's get going. We in Sector 8?
That'd be just down there.
All right then, lead the way.
You got it. Huh. Watch out for live wires. They're everywhere.
Ugh. The air in here reeks. Can't wait to get out in the open. Man, what is that? I never smelled anything so foul. Oh, it's me. I'm sick about that. And soon.
I felt that one in my guts.
They just keep on coming.
We need to get out of this place.
Was it the Mako density? The primary explosive? The blasting agent?
Hey, we can figure that out later.
Oh, dude. That is awesome, V.
Next time I'll have to bring a little pick-me-up. That's about as good a place as any.
Stand back then. I'll set the bomb.
So she just set off an explosion
Can't wait to take a hot shower.
that was way overpowered, and you're expecting her to not blow you up with this one? Just saying.
He's good to go.
You might want to stand a little further back.
You sure told those doors.
Let that be a lesson to anything that gets in my way.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Was it for a cosplay or a Halloween costume or just kind of for fun? But that is awesome, V. And I bet that took a long time because it's a huge sword. So if you did it to scale, my goodness.
Attention all citizens. Attention all citizens. This is an alert from the Shinra Emergency Operations Center. Unidentified intruders have detonated a bomb inside Mako Reactor 1. Multiple explosions have been confirmed, as well as ongoing fire. In response, a disaster warning has been issued in Sectors 1 and 8. Structures in the area are at high risk of collapse, rendering the entire sector hazardous. Therefore, all residents of Sector 8...
No way.
This couldn't have been us, could it?
But what if it was?
What's done is done.
Merc's right. It ain't pretty, but we can't stop now. This was just the first reactor, and the planet won't be safe till we get the rest.
Yeah. We always knew this was gonna get messy.
And this is only the beginning.
Y'all gotta look at the bigger picture here. Nothing worth fighting for was ever won without sacrifice. Though you may not be crying out, I know you're in pain, just like the planet. But it's okay, cause I'm here for you, to help take the load off your shoulders. Your fears, your worries, your concerns, and yes, your fees. Whatever your problem, I got you.
So, what's our next move, boss?
That's easy enough. We get our asses home.
Good speech. Speech. Good at budget cosplay. That is awesome. If I have anything in mind that I'm looking to do and I'm on a budget, I know who to get a hold of now.
Got it.
Later then.
Hey V, I'm looking to do this cosplay. How can I do it on the cheap?
You can have it once we're back at base.
By the way, when is the God of War stream for you, V?
Yoo-hoo. I don't need to tell you what this is, right?
Nope.
Of course not. It's healing materia.
You can have it for saving my life.
Just doing my job. Nothing more.
Yeah. Fact is, I'm lucky you were there.
Survival
On Saturday.
luck or skill. And you can't rely on luck.
Awesome.
Words to live by.
Yeah, well, thanks.
Hey, Wimpy, good morning.
Right?
You do know what I was, right?
Okay. I was only trying to help. Oh, before I forget, here's a little something extra for being so brave. That really was the ride of a lifetime. Well, see you on the train.
Jesse, you're being just a little too extra. And V, if anybody wants to check out her cosplay stream on Saturday, go show V some support. And I don't quite have you on my auto shoutout yet, so I need to work on that, I think. But go show some support to V, and welcome in, Wimpy. Jessie should be the heroine in this game. I think Cloud is her heroine. I know, not the same heroine there, Wimpy, but yeah. She's addicted to our boy Cloud here. By hand, because that was the best idea ever. It's going to show, though, and it's going to be awesome.
I should just hop the train. I was on my way to see my friends.
No, I want to go back here so they can kind of show the damage. I mean, it's crazy.
We'll never catch our train now. There has to be another way.
We'll never catch our train. I'm pretty sure that's the least of your worries right now. Just gonna say. And why are those people all just standing there? I know there's some people that are injured that they're tending to, but man, these people just standing there, get out of there. Yeah, the bridge is going to collapse, and yeah, you're just standing there. What is wrong with people?
Station's intact. What the?
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. So one thing I love to point out here is on the right side you kind of see Midgar, and then on the left side you kind of see bits and pieces of Nibelheim, because it's kind of part of the flashback that he's having here. His kind of break in his psyche. So you kind of see the village on the left side and the city he's actually in on the right side. I love it. What they did here visually is just, oh, chef's kiss.
Wait.
Hey, Pumpkinhead, welcome in. Happy Friday.
You're not real. You're dead.
I am.
I killed you with my own...
Oh, you need not remind me. It was the crowning moment of our time together. But that was then, and this is now. I have a favor to ask. Our beloved planet is dying. Slowly, silently, painfully. Can you bear to see the planet suffer? Cloud. Were the planet to die, so many things would be lost. Your hometown burned so bright. The sound of her voice, pleading for me to spare you. The shiver of her flesh, yielding to cold steel. That which binds us together would be no more, and I would be loath to live in such a world, which is why I must ask you this one favor. Don't worry, it's a simple thing. Run, Cloud. Run away. You have to leave. You have to live.
You bastard! Yeah!
Good, Cloud. Very good. Hold on to that hatred.
Gotta lay off the drugs, Cloud. A serious man.
I'm seeing things. Fumes from all the Mako, maybe. All right.
Yeah.
You got this.
We'll blame it on that. Yeah. 100% Maddest.
What's happening down there?
The expressway was damaged too. Everything
Well,
was fine.
can't go this way.
Of all the sectors, why this one?
My
So
baby's at the station. What did we do to deserve this?
Whoever did this is gonna pay.
I just don't understand all the people standing around. You know, I was taught that if there's a disaster, you get away from it.
They'll make it all better.
Not just stand around and wait for debris and things to fall on you.
Man, what a mess.
What will happen?
They're just waiting for somebody to, or some greater power to take care of them.
I'm sorry.
Well, we can get them later, right?
But what about a greater power saying, get out of there? It said greater power also not give you legs of which to escape disasters with? I mean, I'm not saying that some people don't have trouble with that.
Where's the mayor when we need him?
They're either
Don't let the intruder escape.
I knew something like this would happen.
blind or disabled. But that being barred, I mean, yeah. Tornado took my house and we just yeah, move. Don't build on the same spot.
You are too weak to save anyone. Not even yourself.
Are you okay? Hey, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Here, this is for you.
Huh? A flower?
That's right. It's a gift. You know, for scaring those things away.
What things?
Never mind. think of it as a memento.
Just my luck.
I heard that, you know.
Oh, girl. We'll do how much? Even though I know Cloud would probably say, I'm good.
Well, that depends on the customer. In your case, it's on the house.
Huh?
Lovers used to give these when they were reunited.
Oh, the music.
Look, I'm involved in things. Dangerous things.
Oh, I'm sure you are. So?
So keep your distance.
Wait, you think someone's out to get you? Is that what you're all worked up about? Relax. No one's going to attack you. I promise.
Hey, a Mako reactor just blew. You shouldn't be out here trying to self...
Help me!
Oh. She's transferred her ghost to me.
What are they?
Drop your weapon!
Are you blind?
You know, you're right.
Wait!
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, I don't have time for this, lass. Get the out of my way.
Sword on the ground! Right now!
And I agree, Irish Dave. Nobuo Uematsu is just an absolute legend of a composer.
Gotta give it my all.
Oh, I can imagine exactly what you mean, Pumpkinhead. So I just want to show you guys, if you decide to try to go after her, you can't.
That bastard couldn't have gotten far! Stay alert!
Don't want to stick around.
But there's some extras back here. I'm just going for any percent run, so I'm not getting all the extra chests or anything like that.
Now you're in.
Okay, do I have
Was never in doubt.
some type of materia that gives me limit? Or is it my weapon that does it? There's nothing there. Oh, that's what the... Is it the Goter Damorong? It gives you a limit break. It's the accessory that's doing it. Yeah. So this soundtrack, the mix of that song in there was Chance Meeting in Sector 8. But it is a variation off of Aerith's theme.
All clear.
And I do play piano and string quartet covers of some of these songs before weddings or events that I do when I DJ, so I kind of sneak those in. And it's fun to see if any guests recognize it, right? Because for the normies or just everyday folk, it just sounds like romantic music, right? But then every once in a while, you notice you have a nerd in the guest list, and they'll be like, my man.
Nothing personal.
Box him in! Box him in! There's nowhere to run!
You're done.
it's fun sneaking things in like that. It's Vitamin String Quartet. Also, they don't do any covers of those songs, but Vitamin String Quartet does covers of like songs from Back to the Future, and what else do they do? Like the Jurassic Park theme song, and it's fun to do those, sneak those in somewhere is, and just people don't realize until they're listening. Oh my gosh. Or another one I like to play is a string quartet cover of Everlong by the Foo Fighters, and people are kind of nodding along. Wait a second, I know this. A couple of friends of ours had the tune from the end of Portal playing as they walked out of the ceremony of their wedding. Yeah, best opening dance. Yep. The Jurassic Park theme. So it's kind of things I tuck into the background music during like dinner and things.
Don't let him escape! Give up!
Ground forces engaging target in Cotton Plaza. All nearby units converge and provide immediate support.
Calling lightning.
Requesting immediate reinforcement at Cotton Plaza.
Cloud, why did you auto lock onto this guy way down?
Target still mobile. Support. Proceed to rally point at the station.
There we go.
But the rooftops look clear.
Over there! Open fire! Shoot to kill!
I'm climbing, so you can't damage me during climbing.
Let's call.
Be advised. Target approaching residential area. Steel Hall access immediately.
Target sighted! Get him!
It's all or nothing now.
Don't underestimate him!
Going all out. That's that.
I'll show you. Got you!
Me and all my nephews were always huge Guns N' Roses fans, and they walked out of the church to November Rain, and I was a sobbing mess. I, growing up, was also a very huge Guns N' Roses fan, V. So, hey, good shout there. And always, the first rain that we have in November, I always put on November Rain.
Now you're in for it.
I always do that. It's kind of a little tradition of mine. The very first rain, because it's like we might get 1 or 2 rains in November before it all turns to snow or ice.
You're mine now!
Was never in doubt. Now you're in for it.
But yes, very, very much love the Guns N' Roses.
Get the bastard!
Time to get serious. Let's dance, asshole. Let's do this.
And it was my cousin that introduced me to them.
That's that.
And so coincidentally, I think I had probably heard, you know, songs from Appetite for Destruction or things like that, but the first time I really sat down and listened to a whole album of theirs was when my cousin introduced me to them, and it was is it the Great Spaghetti Incident? Or is it just called the Spaghetti Incident? I always seem to call it the Great Spaghetti Incident, but yeah, that was my first introduction to them. I just totally remember the CD, and the album art is just spaghetti.
Let's go.
Yeah. Saw them live in '93 for the Use Your Illusion tour. Oh, man. That blew your little 12-year-old mind, V. Guaranteed.
End of the line, punk! I'm gonna enjoy this.
And Irish Dave will like this one. The one that I remember a lot from my cousin too was he introduced me to Prodigy. And he had the Fat of the Land, you know, the one that has the crabs on the cover. And so that's another album that he introduced me to that totally just stuck with me. Oh, yes, and my stepdad was Stage Crew. Brought me back a guitar pick. Oh, man. V. That is amazing. Just gonna limit break these guys. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Let's finish this. That's that.
I'll
The Huntsman.
All right. Shit.
There we go.
Let's do this.
And that guy is still strong for my level. Saw them live many years ago. Easily best gig I've ever been to. So I'm guessing you're talking about Prodigy there, Dave? See ya. Yeah, I can imagine that was a really good show.
Guess Cloud won't be joining us after all.
No need to assume the worst. I'm sure he's fine. You saw him in action, didn't you? Guy's a soldier. Goddamn one-man army.
You think he's a keeper?
Jesse.
On my go. You had me worried for a minute.
Somebody redeem a hydrate for Jessie. She's too thirsty.
Security to run around? That's what.
My goodness.
Had to draw them away from the station somehow.
Nicely done.
Well, can't argue with results, huh? What?
Wait. Got a question for you all.
Oh, I was joking. Irish Dave.
Enemy?
I appreciate that. I'm gonna give you. I know you have a ton of channel points, but I'll give those back to you. Well done.
Thought they were invisible.
They were, at first.
Well done.
Only saw them after she grabbed me.
A new Shinra weapon, maybe?
More like a panic-induced hallucination.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Suit yourself. Come on, let's move up.
See, this is why people suffer with mental illness, is because you tell people about it, you open up, and then nobody believes you.
A lot of people here.
And in the freight car, too.
Because of the evacuation?
So in the original, you could go back and get an item at the back of this car.
Explosion at Mako Reactor 1. An emergency schedule is now in effect.
And I highly suggest, if you want to play these, and you're wondering, okay, do I do the remake and then the original? Do the original first. And maybe I'm biased because I played the original first. But man, there's so many good story beats and everything that if you play it within the context of having played the first one, oh, it's so good. And then you just get 3 tattoos and shave your head, and they go, wait, was she trying to tell us something? Yeah. Yeah, it's seriously though, on the mental health note, don't be afraid to open up to people. And if you need help, please ask. Please talk to people you know. I know it can be difficult to open up about things, so please do not take my joking about it in the context of the game as it being something that's okay to make fun of, because it definitely is not. So definitely, if you're having trouble or anything, definitely reach out. And seriously, on that note, Mr. Mattis Dog is doing a charity for the exact same thing. And he's doing that on March 26th. He's doing a big old 12-hour stream in support of mental health charities. So definitely go share some support there.
How dare they say they're doing this for the planet?
And find yourself the right person that believes in what no one sees. Yes. Yes, definitely open up to the right people. Completely agree with you there, V.
Just wanted to feel
Sector 8 will be back to normal.
So cramped.
Hey, can I get, hey, can you just,
So cramped.
Should have gone to Sector 3
Man,
instead.
everyone's on edge.
Of course they are.
Hey, Cloud.
If you're about to unburden yourself, don't.
Hey, you don't make it easy.
well, at least Cloud is up front there, right? He realizes he's not the person to open up to. That's some emotional intelligence there, Cloud. It may have been harsh, but that's some emotional IQ.
Hey, got a sec? You're holding up pretty well, huh? Even after what we saw at the station and all over Sector 8?
I'm a soldier.
Leave me alone, all right?
Wow, my hands are still shaking.
You get used to it.
Something to look forward
Why
to.
don't you learn to take a
Or
hint, buddy?
maybe not.
Should have never gotten out of bed this morning. Just called in sick.
Little help, Cloud, please?
Oh, hold on. I didn't mean to.
What kind of maniacs would go so far as to bomb a reactor?
I meant to talk with Jesse.
They've yet to announce it publicly, but I heard it was Avalanche's doing.
Really? Aren't they the terrorists who tried to kill the president?
Is there nothing they won't do?
Hey, quit talking out your ass. Everyone knows Avalanche only cares about saving the planet.
Just who do you think you are?
A law-abiding, concerned citizen.
Law-abiding? Really?
Shh. Don't antagonize him.
In my humble opinion, that explosion was a message. A message to the bastards bleeding our planet dry. Think they got it? Heard it loud and clear? Y'all's masters?
We will not submit to intimidation or violence, but work together for peace and prosperity. That is how civilized people change the world.
That's right.
That is the Shinra Creed.
Them fighting words.
It's what we believe. We all have to follow our conscience, don't we?
We should go.
Right.
Yeah, he kind of admitted guilt there, Barrett. Just saying.
Time for a little nap.
Oh. Everyone's up here now? I don't know if I ever talked to Biggs or Wedge here. So what's funny is when this game came out, it was April of 20. And it was just when the pandemic was kind of in that full shutdown mode for everybody. And just seeing everybody on the train here in the game put me on edge. Like, being around crowds at that point already was anxiety inducing. I don't know if anyone else kind of felt that way too, like started to notice scenes in movies or games or things where there were big crowds and been like, yeah, I feel uncomfortable with that. But then, you know, being like seeing people without masks and things, it's like, oh yeah, that's what people's faces look like. We have no masks in stores anymore here, and it just seems, yeah, it's definitely weird. Because what was it, this last summer things kind of opened up in the US quite a bit, and after being vaccinated and whatnot, there was a period of time where I wasn't wearing a mask anymore, and man, it felt very strange, and it took me a while to get used to, and then going back to masking felt kind of like second nature at that point because I had been so used to wearing it. So when I went back to masking, it's just yep. I talk to myself too much now. Yeah, I wear mine too when I'm out and about in public.
Let's get this out of the way.
I mean, our risk level in the area has gotten to a point where maybe it's not necessary and where I live, but I still do it, and I probably will till winter's over.
Stuff a lot more bearable. If it helps, think of it as an initiation rite.
How many times do I have to tell you people? I'm not...
There's such a thing as playing too hard to get. So, here we've got a wireframe model of the great city of Midgar, complete with massive steel plates suspended 300 meters above ground level, atop which stands a shining beacon of civilization. The whole system is sustained by the Mako reactors, which feed the insatiable appetites of the public.
Yeah, no means no, Jesse, okay?
The train will be passing through an ID checkpoint shortly.
This is the train's route. As you can see, it'll take us around this main pillar. Look, we're about halfway through it now.
She probably would if the armor weren't in the way, V.
IDs of all passengers heading in and out. Date of birth, residential status, criminal history, all that and more is automatically cross-referenced in their databases. Public security wouldn't have it any other way. Heads up. Don't worry, our IDs are impeccable. What'd I tell ya? Have a little faith. Won't be long till we reach the bottom. Relax.
Take a good look. It's because of that great big pizza in the sky that people down there gotta struggle to survive. Shinra sucks up Mako while the soil turns to dust, the air fills with smog, and the flowers die.
Then leave and don't look back. That's what's always worked for me.
Yep,
well, that's
run.
all well and good. If you're only out for yourself.
Agreed, Barrett.
Folks down there don't have the luxury of choice, you know.
There are so many wonderful themes in this game alone and in the entire series, but man.
This train, I suppose. There's only one way it can go.
This game, I think for me, it was my first JRPG, the original one, and it kind of had so many adult themes at a time in my teenage life, or early teens, that kind of, you know, you have those coming-of-age type stories and tales and movies and books and things like that, and I really think in many ways this game was kind of where my brain started to really, I don't know how to explain it, you know, where I started to mature, I guess, a little bit more. I'm still working on being mature, that's for darn sure.
We're here! Oh, you guys!
Daddy! Oh, sweetheart!
I'm glad you're home!
worry, I'm fine.
Goodness.
Knew it couldn't be that bad. No way.
Hot damn, we are good!
Yes! Bombs detonated 1, members lost 0.
And one step closer to a brighter future.
Hell yeah!
Guys! Lower your voices, huh? People are listening.
You're the one that set it off, Barrett.
Now get some R&R. You've earned it. Just be ready for the next mission, all right?
Rule number 1 about being an eco-terrorist is maybe don't be so out in the open about it.
See you soon. At 7th Heaven. You know, where Tifa works. Don't keep her waiting. She'll worry.
Oh, he said Tifa. Let's run.
Not long now, honey. That is almost home.
I think he's over by the TV.
Look, apparently Shinra thinks it's
Some plays on the
I've never seen anything like it.
See, that's one thing I liked about this game, going through and how they built the city out and expanded the story in this section, is you have all the NPCs and the kind of background dialogue and how they're dealing with the fallout of this explosion. And so it's so cool to see this and how it affects everybody in the lower part of the plate, because they'll explain it a bit later, but for everybody that's uninitiated to the game, is everybody that's less to do lives in the slums. The slums are beneath the upper plate. So it's like they don't get full view of the sky. They always have to look at the pizza. Great big pizza in the sky. So that's kind of where that all comes from. I know Barrett kind of explained it there a bit.
Sector 8 was a nightmare. Fires everywhere.
Huh. Mako is the lifeblood of the planet? Yeah, the hell it is. Goddamn eco-warriors with their dumbass posters. I tear them down and they're back up inside of an hour. Like I've got nothing better to do.
Well, do you have anything better to
Look at
do?
all that steel work. You trying to tell me that's not progress? What the? You okay, buddy? Mako junkie, huh? Figures.
You again.
Yeah. This one is very cinematic V. It really expanded on the story in so many good
I
ways.
can barely tell my skin from all the ash and sweat.
When I get back, it's refueling time.
And you, Jesse?
I don't know. Figure out how I screwed up?
You're such a kidder.
Yeah, see, it's kind of that thing, you know, where she's the only lady in the group and she did one little thing wrong. And the guys probably did little things wrong too. But they're not dwelling on it, where she kind of is dwelling on her faults and issues. So it's interesting how they kind of put that in that perspective there too, where they rounded out these characters of Avalanche. Oh, the Tifa theme.
What do you know? That ain't half bad.
Arlene.
Daddy, you're home!
That's right, Angel. I
Welcome
am.
back.
Have you been a good girl?
Yeah, I've been helping Tifa.
Oh, you did you? Well, well.
You made it. Where'd you get that? I can't remember the last time I saw a real one. Huh? How sweet. When did you get so thoughtful?
Guy can change. Has been 5 years.
Huh?
I need to talk to Barrett.
Right. Come on in.
Daddy, the Mako place blew up. Everyone on TV's talking about it.
Don't you worry about all that silliness. Daddy's here and he's not going anywhere tonight. Now turn that thing off and let's get you to bed, huh?
Yeah, she's got a pretty cool outfit. Wait, I have that outfit. Have you done a Tifa cosplay before, V?
Hey! What the hell you think you're doing scaring my daughter like that?
Daddy says never talk to strangers.
That's right, honey, I do say that. What a good girl you are remembering Daddy's lessons. You know what else good girls do? They go to bed on time. Come on.
But I'm not tired. I want to talk some more, Daddy.
All right, but just this once.
So then, what can I get you?
My money. I'm still waiting on it.
Right. About that, we should talk outside.
Yeah, something tells me they don't have my money.
Did the people who died all return to the planet?
Of course.
Oh, that is sad.
Let that be a lesson to you. When you want to talk to a little kid, don't go giving her the professional killer eyes.
Yeah, Cloud. Don't give the smolder to anybody that's not an adult, okay?
Before we get on to money, there's an empty apartment in a place just down the road. It's nothing fancy, but I was thinking you could stay there for now. The landlady's a big friend of the cause, so you wouldn't even have to pay rent. Sound good?
Sure does. Thanks.
Follow me then.
All right, let's
Was it
go.
up on the plate?
It was chaotic.
Sorry for dragging you into all this. It was wrong of me to put you in danger like that.
So you have the red boots and arm pads and everything, V?
I'll try not to.
Always happy to help stick it to Shinra.
Not good at all.
So, you make nice with everyone?
Much as I could, all things considered. Maybe not enough.
Yeah, her boots have a touch of cyberpunk to them.
You're not exactly a people person.
I'll give you that.
Cyberpunk, kind of steampunk. I guess her boots are more cyberpunk.
Sector
Cloud kind of has more of a steampunk look to
It
him.
was like a war zone.
The news is just another Shinra mouthpiece. They'll spread whatever lies Shinra tells them to.
So, it wasn't that bad?
It was.
Oh, right. And here we are. Good old Stargazer Heights. You're on the second floor. Room 201 here is where I sleep. Don't have time for much else, what with Seventh Heaven and all. Not even time to decorate.
Oh, we're not staying there? Okay.
Here's your room, 202.
Tifa's
Don't worry,
not quite as thirsty as Jesse.
You did?
Yes?
Yeah?
Oh, I mean, I told her I had a friend looking for a place to stay. Was that too much?
No. It's fine. And this?
That one's, know what? It's getting late. I'll introduce you tomorrow.
Okay, you expect me to sleep well next to strangers. Got it. Got it.
It's a little bare, but should be enough to get you through the night. If you want anything else, we can always get it.
There is one thing. My money. You guys owe me 2,000, remember?
I do. And we'd love to settle up, especially since this was your first job for us, but...
That's it.
Sorry, we spent the rest preparing for the mission. That really is it. But not for long. I'm collecting money for filters tomorrow, so I can pay you after.
And you're sure about that?
Of course, as long as you help, that is. Wait, then I'd have to pay you for that too. Never mind.
No, 2,000's enough. That's what we agreed on, so... That'll be the price. With what you gave me, that leaves 1,500.
You're the best. I'll see you bright and early at the bar then. Thanks again for everything. Sleep tight.
And you know, just hanging out with a long-lost friend would probably be payment enough too. I wish I could jump out of bed like that. It's more like a slow crawl.
Time for introductions.
If my neighbor was making that sound. Call a medic for this person.
Hey, you okay in there? Oh. Coming in.
Forgot about that part.
Cloud, stop! Get back inside! Get off me!
What are you doing to Marco? This is his apartment. He's got a few problems, but he's not a bad guy. The landlady asked me to check on him now and then to make sure he's okay. Can I ask you to do the same?
Sure.
Yeah. Jeez, Cloud. Attacking a guy that's clearly in bad health. It's pretty poor taste, dude. I love how they show him trying to draw his sword. It just hits the doorway. Yeah, of course. When you're carrying around that big of a sword, that's gonna happen. Yeah. Maybe Cloud's pretty toxic and you should stick away from him. Just saying. Steer clear. Yeah. In case you're wondering for future playthroughs, there's an item up there. Just point that out real quick.
Well now, you must be Cloud. I'm Marl, your landlady.
I love Marl.
How'd you like the place?
She's such a spitfire.
You from up on high?
I've been around.
I'll bet. No matter. All kinds come through with all kinds of reasons. If you ever need an ear to bend, I'll lend you mine. Can be about anything, even Tifa.
What's she to you?
The granddaughter I never had. And if you hurt her, I'll take it out of your hide. Hear me?
Loud and clear.
Good. Now you'd best get a move on to 7th Heaven. She's got a head start on you and then some.
Oh, thank you, Stream Elements.
Nothing to report. Maintaining surveillance.
My husband decided
It's too bad with that username too. Dideroo is kind of a cool username. Too bad it's wasted on a bot.
Shipments from Sector. We won't be getting any more shipments. Thinking I might have dinner at 7th Heaven tonight.
Morning.
Hey.
Just so you know,
Morning.
Marlene's still asleep. Let's get down to business, shall we?
Huh?
These water filters won't replace themselves. Although the next batch probably could, if Jessie put her mind to it. Most every home in the area has one. Folks love them because they practically eliminate the rotten egg smell. Honestly, they make us more money than this place. And it's easy money too. We bring new filters, collect the old ones, and get paid. What?
Give me a break. I'm not a salesman. I'm a soldier.
Which is why no one will refuse to pay.
You're acting whiny and hungover, Cloud.
Let's get this over with.
Great. And while we're at it, I'll give you the grand tour.
Yeah, he looks like he woke up on the wrong side of the bed
Go
this
ahead and
morning.
keep whatever we collect. Seeing as you didn't bring any luggage, I'm guessing there's stuff you need to buy.
Thanks.
And don't worry, we'll pay you the difference after.
People are beginning
Barrett's out making his rounds too.
As long as I get it all today.
Take your time now, okay?
Some creepy new hit on all the items you could want straight from the plate. No matter your needs or your...
Hey there. Here to change out your water filter.
Tifa, baby, how you doing? Been waiting for you to... Wait, who's he?
Cloud's in charge of collections. He'll take your money.
Sounds like a pretty sweet gig. If you ever need someone to fill in, I'm your man.
In your dreams, maybe.
Huh?
Cloud! Since we're here, maybe we should do a little shopping.
The shopkeep probably needs a...
Nothing tickle your fancy? If you change your mind, you know where I am. That goes for you too, Tifa.
We'll see you around, okay? And let us know when your filter next needs changing.
Yeah, shopkeeper. Another bonk for the road.
All the items you could want.
He's a regular. Stock up here and he might throw in a freebie or two.
For you, maybe.
Well, you could try being a little nicer.
To get free shit? Not my style.
Our next stop is Stargazer Heights. Landlady's a client.
Just met her.
Thanks, Irish
Then you
Dave.
know what to expect. Remember, she's a good friend of Avalanche, so be nice. Please.
Can't help but take a little pleasure in their panic.
More than a little.
Apparently it was done by a terrorist group called Avalanche. This is
Nothing to report. Maintaining surveillance.
Hey, Marl. Got some filters for ya.
Tifa, my dear, dear girl. Oh, what's he doing here?
Oh.
Working?
Be nice. Cloud's helping me with collections.
You better take care of her.
I'm pretty good at taking care of myself, you know.
Good job,
That
Tifa.
I do. Still, better him than you. No charm, no wit. Big sword, but no skills.
I've got skills.
Be nice.
I'm doing my best.
You're looking awfully glum. Are you getting enough sleep? A good long rest will cure anything, I tell you.
A tried and true lesson for life on the ground floor. Am I right?
That you are. Now, your money.
Thanks, Marl. You take care of yourself.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Hopefully, Mattis Dog is getting a good rest like that today.
Marl's great. She
Curing the aquavit and sour fisk he consumed.
But never mind that. We've got to get you your money. Last stop is the weapons store.
Hey, if it isn't Tifa. You here for the filter?
Yeah, it's all right. Even though we self-induced harm ourselves from time to time.
Hey!
Still need to recover.
Filter didn't do shit!
We're so sorry about that. Hopefully this one will work better.
Save your excuses and get out!
All right. If you could just settle your bill, we'll be on our way.
The hell? You charging me for your busted-ass goods?
My associate handles payment disputes.
Think you can mosey up in here and have it your way?
Pretty please.
Thank you very much. Seeing as we're done with our rounds and you've got a small fortune now, Why not take a gander at the weapons?
Well, when will Barrett be back with the rest?
Before we open up tonight. It'll be a while yet, so... What do you want to do?
Don't really know.
In that case, I've got a suggestion. Want to hear it?
Yeah. So the Mosey thing, I'm so happy they put that somewhere in this game. There's a line towards the end of the original where Cloud says, "Let's Mosey." And it's kind of infamous line from the game. So I'm glad they snuck it in here. It is kind of a homage to the original.
If you're serious about becoming a merc, then you're going to need to start making connections. It's not what you know, but who you know, you know?
Another lesson for life on the ground floor?
Yep.
Connections get you jobs. Jobs build your rep. And more rep gets you better connections.
How do I start?
Why not help out the neighborhood watch? They're mostly volunteers, but you'll get to know people.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't see anybody at the office, so let's head up top.
Yeah, this guy is real nice. Real people pleaser here.
Huh? I ain't got nothing for a punk-ass bitch like you. Get on out of here. Huh? I
Yeah.
ain't got nothing for a punk-ass
No
bitch
better way
like
to
you.
keep you and your family safe than with a weapon of your own.
Not patronizing your business, sorry.
We gotta do something about the monsters on Scrap Boulevard.
I'll head on down there first thing tomorrow.
Not alone, you won't. Huh. Didn't know you were holding down the fort.
Huh? Oh, hey, Cloud. Looking to join the neighborhood watch?
That depends. What does this neighborhood watch do?
Lots of stuff, really. But our top priority is taking care of any beasts that wander into town. That, and teaching the locals how to defend themselves.
Like they say, the only one who will look out for you is you.
Cloud's a great fighter, but only we know that. If no one knows him, no one will hire him. Thought if he joined the watch, he could get his name out there.
That would work for everybody.
Truth be told, we could really use your help. We can't pay you in gil, but we'll work something out. For example... Aha! What about your sword? I could mod it for you.
No thanks. It's fine just the way it is.
What? You some kind of purist? I know I'd never pass the chance to improve my gear. Come on.
I take it you're still working on the cosplay there, V. I haven't sewed anything in years, and the only thing I really know how to sew by hand, and I'd have to practice again, is like sewing a button back on a shirt or something. So hand sewing your cosplay, man, that is cool. It's going to be a full day's work. Seriously, I'm going to shout it out again because it's going to be awesome. V's doing a Kratos cosplay tomorrow. So definitely go show some support because her fingers are getting poked too many times. So
At least let me show you how it's done.
right. The camera hides a little bit of it, right? The camera hides just a little bit.
All set. Needless to say, you'll have to try it out to appreciate the difference.
Thanks.
We'll do you one better. Spread the word to everyone who listen about the new merc in town.
Between him and Wedge, there isn't anyone they don't know.
I'll march through the streets singing your praises, even on an empty stomach.
So, where are these monsters?
Scrap Boulevard. Good hunting.
Hey, Cloud, I'll come with.
No, I've got this.
But you don't know the way, do you?
Lead on.
Sure thing. I know these streets better than anyone.
Ooh, Doge. Yeah, Kratos does love to show off his bod. His dad bod.
Scrap Boulevard is out west. Past the barricades, supposed to keep the monsters out. Anyway, we should prepare, just in case.
The little things that worry. Trains don't start moving again.
The watch is here. Is that who Wedge mentioned?
That sword's massive. What does he sew again?
If any harm comes to her,
Here's Scrap Boulevard.
I can see why monsters would feel right at home.
And the more we pile up, the more they show up.
Yeah, I don't understand the double standard, though, between men and women and the shirtless thing. That's why I'm glad some communities that allow men to jog around or be outside without a shirt on, that they are starting to allow females to do the same, because I think it's just equality, you know? And I'm one of those people that I would never be able to just jog around through the neighborhood or somewhere with my shirt off. I don't feel comfortable doing that. But if you do feel comfortable doing that, I think that should be open to either, really anybody. If you're going to allow one person to do it, allow the other people to do it too, you know? Don't just limit it.
And there's our first challenge. Show me what you got.
That's that.
It should be just as illegal for a man to be shirtless just as much as a girl. Welcome in, Leo.
I'll bet.
Yeah, it should be just as illegal or just as legal, depending on, you know, the agreements that your city or town or all the above have. Happy Friday, Leo. Welcome in. Nah, Twitch only likes lingerie and nakedness if you're making licking noises. Fair. I mean, I guess, like, what you can do in your town is different than Twitch TOS, but yes, I agree. It needs to be fair, regardless of gender. God forbid you play a game and show some skin.
Time to get serious. See ya.
But you can do over-sexualized, like, Just Dance playthroughs or things like that.
Charging in,
you know,
it was nothing.
You too.
that's not a big deal.
It's a little surprising.
Well, I've been here 5 years now. You don't for yourself, no one else does. That one's gonna be awesome.
That's that.
I got this.
Yeah, basically it should be equal for everyone. If you want to be shirtless, you have that right, whether you have boobs or not. Agreed. Yoga in a G-string, because, you know,
All right.
why not?
Might be the last of them.
You won't stay gone for long.
Of course not. Even so, folks will be grateful for the peace and quiet in the meantime.
Agreed, V.
A win's a win, you know?
True.
Trust
Good
me, it'll
morning.
do
Just
wonders
woke up
for your rep.
and glad to see that you're still on.
Let's go check in with Biggs and Wedge.
Well, I appreciate that, Leo. Thank you so much for being here. And if I can find my way out. Let's go back this way. This is a bit of a shortcut. Oh. She's been elusive for the camera, and she's actually here. Lucy made it. No offense, but Operation Free the Flap would be on in no time. There, now we have both dogs on camera. About time you showed your face, Lucy. About time. It's about time. So whenever Lucy goes belly up like that, we say that she melted. And so there's a puppy puddle. And that we need a mop to clean it up. Oh, she's getting cozy. She is getting cozy. Hi, girly.
Is that who Wedge mentioned? The merchant?
I hear you sell swords. Might want to introduce yourself to the other merchants.
Yeah, we gotta go back to the neighborhood watch.
Numbers for monster slaying this month. Check them out.
Yeah, I've never had a dog that lays on their back as much as Lucy does.
Back already?
Got every last one, too. Now the slum should be safe.
You guys are machines.
Good job. Meanwhile, we told everyone we could about you.
So I heard. I've got to ask, though. What did you tell them?
It's all right. All you gotta do is keep up the good work. It'll pay off soon enough, I promise.
What did you tell them?
How's the sword, by the way?
Good.
Glad to hear it. Seems like the perfect fit for you.
Yeah. We've been through a lot.
Oh, you okay?
No, he's not okay. He's gonna keep telling you he's okay, but he's not. When someone tells you they're fine, it's feelings inside not expressed. That's what fine means.
Been meaning to ask. After you left the village...
It's a long story.
I've got time. Why don't you tell me all about it while we try to rustle up some more work for you?
That sounds great. I'll come too.
Oh, no, you won't.
What?
Run along now, you two.
Sorry,
Go on.
maybe next time.
Yeah, I can't claim credit for that one. I heard it from somebody else, but yeah, it's an acronym. Feelings inside not expressed.
They haven't seen each other in years. You'd be a third wheel.
Oh,
Since
Wedge.
you got yourself a new weapon? Let's see if we can't put it to good use. Come on. Let's go chat up Weimer.
Who?
The guy who tracks all the requests that come to the watch. You never know. Could toss some work your way.
Where's he at?
Oh, he should be back at the office by now.
What? Everyone here's so in awe of your skills, they decided to emulate the monsters.
Starting with your cool indifference.
Hey there, Tifa. You need a helping hand?
Actually, I wanted to introduce you to an old friend of mine. This is Cloud. He's a merc.
Ah, you don't say. Well, we're always on the lookout for experienced fighters to help us deal with the bigger critters.
I'll take on anything. For the right price, that is.
Experienced and cocky, huh? If it's a challenge you want, I might have a few good ones. Your clients can fill you in on the details. Prove yourself at these jobs, and I'll see if I can't find you some more.
Thanks.
Cloud, you were the first to gather the data I requested. Here is the rest of your payment. I have developed new materia. Would you like to see it? I plan to develop more materia in the future. Together, we can harness enough power to take down Shinra. I'll keep preparing more battle intel reports, which I hope you will assist me in completing.
That went well. Could be you found your calling.
Was alright, I guess.
Think of each job as an opportunity. Not to make money, but to build connections.
It's not what you know, but who.
You remembered.
Not a patient teacher.
Maybe not so patient next time.
Oh boy.
Ooh boy.
Oh, Barrett should have finished collecting his share of the money by now. So what do you want to do? Head back to the bar?
So I don't know why it allowed me to skip the Chadley thing, but there's a Hellhound, or one of them, similar name, in the junkyard area there. And it, on the hard mode, I struggled very much with. So let me just show it. I think it was the Wrathhound. Yeah. This guy. On hard mode, this guy was unbelievably hard. Just look at that chunky boy. He thick. Let's just work all day for the connections.
Gotta admit,
Yeah. I don't need payment at all. I just work for exposure.
Husband decided to go to the station.
That's a big thing with how they try to pay people that DJ events and stuff is, oh, can you do it for exposure? No. I really can't.
Just imagine if rich people start thinking,
You know, the item store's fallen in hard times.
Hey there, Tifa. Welcome back. And you, the new merc in town looking for work, right?
Yeah.
In that case, maybe you could do something about the Doom Rats? Them and their were-rat buddies have been tearing up town, looking for food and whatnot. Got into the store and made one hell of a mess, let me tell you. Oh, you think that's funny, do you? Don't lie. I saw you crack a smile. Well,
Hey, you're back on this one. DJ wife.
for all I care.
Good morning.
They're probably nesting in the outskirts. Now, I've heard a were-rat in pain will call its friends for help. and the whole rat pack will come running just like that.
All right, let's look at our... Is that just a side quest or a main quest? Yep. Because I don't think, or because I'm not into side questing on this playthrough, so maybe we can just. Oh, hey, look at that. Yeah, so for those unaware, DJ Wife and I are going to the Final Fantasy VII Remake Orchestra on the 19th. And so this is kind of the idea of playing this on a faster playthrough, is to get through this game before we leave on our trip. So to kind of build hype and refamiliarize with the story.
Let's check it out.
And the music. Oh, I'm going to cry. When we go, I'm going to cry. Number one, because I haven't seen live music since 2019. So it'll be my first show out. And then also it'll be first orchestra performance. And then one of my favorite games. Like, it's just going to culminate. And DJ Wife is going to be there consoling me, being a sobbing wreck. Or maybe she'll be crying too. I don't know.
Stay away from me!
Tears of joy.
Settle down now. Get off me, assholes! I didn't do shit!
Shut up, punk!
Or what, huh? Screw you!
What's going on? Somebody went and stole some blasting magnet from a Shinra warehouse.
So this is the remake of Final Fantasy VII, so it's in the same series of games, Leo, but the pixel remasters are the 1 through 6. So I will go back to those when I return from our trip. So not next Friday, but the Friday after on the 25th. We'll be playing Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster again.
So public security started asking questions, and you know how Johnny gets.
It's because of the reactor bombing, I bet. I could be wrong, but something tells me they're not gonna settle for just roughing him up this time.
We've got to save him, Cloud.
Is he Avalanche?
No. He doesn't really know what we do. But he has his suspicions. And he's a talker.
And he's a talker.
You know what? Maybe I should go alone.
I'm coming.
Are you sure?
It's the least I can do. Lead on.
Thanks. Come on.
Yeah, so this is the remake of the original Final Fantasy VII. And I do plan on playing that, doing a quick play of that on stream at some point. So this is kind of the updated version of Final Fantasy VII. So really good graphics, music so well done, and they really rounded out the story. And the remake game that's out now is only kind of part 1. It's only sort of the first part of the original game. So it'll be a series of games just to get through the whole storyline, which is really cool.
Model citizen of Midgar.
Model citizens don't steal blasting agent. So why don't you tell me why your ID popped when we were going over the warehouse logs?
Huh? You got it all wrong. I never got anywhere near a Shinra warehouse.
Oh, Jesse, you framed him.
I swear, all he had to do was keep his mouth shut.
Yep.
Anyway, you distract the officers and I'll figure something out.
Yeah, so Johnny kind of carries a torch for Tifa, or pretty much any female in the game, the same way that Jesse carries a torch for Cloud. So Johnny's a thirsty boy too, and he's gonna get some bonks.
Let him go.
Who are you? The cavalry?
Huh? Is that who I think it is? Oh, hell yeah! You guys really came to save me! Ow! No!
Hey! What do you think you're doing?
Here we go.
It's on you.
All set.
Now you're ready.
There. That's it. Bye.
Here we go.
So, is it over?
What now?
He's a talker.
Huh? Whoa, whoa.
Whoa, Cloud.
Wait, don't do it, man.
You want to live? Then get the hell out of town.
You got it, boss. You ain't never gonna see my face again. I swear.
Are you sure about this? It's a big risk.
I know, but it's fine.
And them?
No more. Cloud, you're scaring me.
Yeah. You tried to murder her neighbor last night.
We need to go before they wake up.
You, even though she kind of gave the context of trying to quiet her friend, right? What did she think he was going to do?
I'm worried about Johnny.
I'm more worried about us. We gotta go, right?
Right.
What?
It's just... You've really changed.
How?
I suppose it's
Thanks for the lurk, Irish Dave.
your eyes. They used to be less...
It's the Mako. Soldier, remember?
I remember. So, what do you want to do now? Head back to the bar, or do you want to tackle another job or two?
All right. I think I might have to call it there, because I do have to work today, but I will do a pop-up stream at some point over the weekend, and then we'll round out the game on Monday. So anybody that's interested in the story, I'll try to keep my schedule up to date on my channel page, and then also we'll put a notification out on Discord. So, and anybody that wants to follow along off stream or anything like that, and I know I'll be sharing some photos of our journey to the orchestra on my Instagram and stuff like that. So if you want to keep in touch, one link for all the things there. Thank you guys so much for a fun morning. Final Fantasy Fridays just continue to be one of my favorite ways to wake up and get to start my day with all of you fine folks. Reminders, V's cosplay as Kratos is coming up on Saturday. And also, Maddest Dog is doing a charity stream, 12 hours for mental health awareness charity in the UK, and that's kicking off on March 26th, so some things to be aware of coming up. Leo, sorry I'm catching up on chat, thought the blonde was a girl and was so happy about it. The men in this game, there are some men in this game that are very, very pretty men. If you haven't seen Sephiroth before, very long white hair, dude is gorgeous, but very evil. And the puppies wish a very happy weekend, everyone. We'll catch you at some point, and we'll get through the story before I leave on our journey. And with that in mind, the 16th and 18th, I won't be streaming next week, but hopefully back on the 21st. If I'm not back on the 21st, first stream back may be the 23rd. I'll keep you guys updated on that. Yeah, have a great rest of your day, Leo. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to find somebody to raid on out to. Let's see. I'm always so bad at this. But I like the music in the background here, so I'm just going to keep the game music going. And let's see. Who's on? Who's on? I'm going to find somebody playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. Geez, if I can spell. Can I spell? Who is on? And I'm sorry, I have the first playthrough tag still on, I think. That is not true for this one. Although I see there's a streamer that it is their first playthrough. So I think we're going to have to do that. Let me open this tab up, make sure they're still live. Make sure they'll be live for a little bit. They are English speaking, which one time when I rated out to someone playing Fall Guys, I failed to check on that. Hey, Joe and Tay, welcome in. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for stopping by. Your first time in chat, so always good to see you. I'll try to catch you guys when you're live next time. It's been a crazy week, a couple of weeks for me, so I'll definitely try to catch you guys next time. But thank you so much for stopping by. And the person we're rating is Shando Calrissian. Oh, okay. I like that. I like that. It's a nice play on Lando. So show Shando some amazing support, and for those that are subs, I got a raid message for you. We're doing the Luck of the Wooly raid. For the non-subs, don't worry, I got you covered. I think I have you covered. There we go. So I will be streaming more of this game sometime this weekend, and we'll finish it out on Monday night stream. So thank you guys all so much for the support. And Danger May, if you're still hanging about, lurking or anything like that, thank you so much for the 8-month resub. My gosh. You guys definitely take care. We'll catch you sometime this weekend, and show some support to Shando Calrissian. So until next time, my friends, take it easy.